What's going on, my lovelies? Kyle here. So I want to direct this video primarily for the empaths out there. Empaths, this is for yous. My message for you today is stop dimming your light to make others feel better. Once again, empaths, stop dimming your light to make others feel better about themselves. Okay, so why am I directing this message to the empaths? So for those of you, you have this heightened level of empathy, empaths, and because you empathize with others more readily, because you pick up on their emotions, because you can read people a lot easier, when you are shining bright, when you are in an environment, a situation in which your talents are at the forefront, you are doing great, and say your life is coming along well, or say you are in your niche, and you're just shining bright. You're center stage. You might not be showing off, but you might be expressing your talents, expressing your good attributes. When this happens, a lot of people become envious. This makes a lot of people potentially jealous. This may make other people feel very insecure about themselves, how they need to do better, how they're not as good as you at this particular thing, how their life isn't as good, or how things aren't going as well. So many of you have this tendency to dim your light, to turn it down, to perhaps downplay some of your achievements, some of your talents, or to perhaps humble yourselves to the point where it is A, not true, and B, maybe not healthy. Because there's points in time in which you need to shine bright. You need to be proud of the work that you've put into creating this skill, this talent, this lifestyle, whatever it may be. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you go too far, then you can be too focused on attention, too focused on trying to show off. You know, it's not too, but when it's in balance and it's in a healthy, and to a healthy degree, it's good. And many of you are quite talented. Many of you, and we all have talents and skills and abilities if we are dedicated to them. If we bring this potential to light, if we tap into our potential and we create these skills and this light within us. So, but many of the empaths have this tendency, because it can make other people feel insecure, because it can remind them that, they might have to do a better job, they might have to improve, they should, change their lifestyle, they should put energy into this, they should. That's not on you. Okay? You shouldn't be dimming your light. And at times, maybe you should. But for the most part, you shouldn't be dimming your light. You shouldn't be trying to shine it in people's face and be, look how good I am. But if you're just being yourself, you're just doing what you do, and you're in your element, then shine. Okay? Don't hold back. Just because it might make other people envious. Just because you might be with a person who is insecure about themselves. That's not good for them either. When you hold back, just so they don't feel as envious, so they don't feel as insecure, so they don't feel as jealous, so they don't check in with themselves like, maybe I should be working on that too. And then they get down on themselves. That's on them. That's not your weight to carry. That's not your burden to bear. That is on them. And quite frankly, that is good for them. You see, when you feel envious of another person, when you feel jealous, when you feel insecure about another person because they're doing great, because they have put the work in, because they're expressing a natural skill or talent or shining their light in a healthy manner, as long as it isn't excessively showy, that is an indication of what you should be working on. So you can turn that envy into inspiration. And likewise, that will give them the opportunity to do it as well. So making a person envious, not because you're doing it on purpose, because you're just being yourself, or potentially bringing up insecurities of another person, that gives them the opportunity to be like, why am I insecure about this? And because I am envious or insecure, I should work on this. I should put energy into it. And this person is reminding me that perhaps I should work on myself. So a win-win situation is to just shine as you are. Don't be showy. Don't try to turn the knob all the way up to the point where it blinds people. Like, yo, what are you doing? That's too much. But just shine in a warm glow. And if it makes somebody else uncomfortable, if it brings up insecurity, envy, jealousy, whatever it may be, that is an opportunity for them to break that down, to shed a layer of insecurity, a layer of envy or jealousy, and potentially work on that. So should you dim your light because it potentially makes another person insecure, envious, or jealous? Or it reminds them that they could do more work on themselves too? That's not your burden to bear. And I see many empaths doing exactly that, becoming excessively humble, purposefully not shining, purposefully dimming their light, so they don't make other people feel uncomfortable. Because many empaths themselves shy away from the limelight, even when it is natural and healthy, and quite frankly, the time to shine. So when you dim your light, you're doing a disservice to yourself, and you're also doing a disservice to other people. Because when you shine naturally, just as you are, on the darker side of things, that could be an indicator that they need to work on something, that they need to work on an insecurity, that they need to work on letting go of that envy and turning that envy into inspiration. And likewise, when you shine naturally, you get to share your talents, your abilities with other people. And if they genuinely want what's best for you, then they're going to be happy that you're sharing as well, that you're just being yourself, that you're not just putting yourself down, that you're not dimming your light on purpose. Because if you're in a healthy relationship if you're with a healthy person, you both are going to want each other to shine. So for the empaths out there, for those of you who purposefully dim your light in order to minimize the uncomfortability that other people experience, cut it out. Work on it. It might be uncomfortable. I know it is for me at times. I know it is for other empaths in my life to do the same thing. Sometimes we have a hard time shining. Sometimes we have the hard time sharing our light, our skills, our talents, whatever it may be, however that light may manifest. But you're doing a disservice to others, and you're doing a disservice to yourself when you purposely dim it. So for those of you out there, I encourage you, reflect, see in what situations you purposely dim your light, around who you dim it, and why you do it. Reflect, wonder, and see in which ways you can better shine your light in a natural, authentic, genuine way. I'll leave it there. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you're at in the world. Until next time.